racers. It's been a little while. I'm going to be on another little ramble here, but going over a whole bunch of new things for the new year. First and foremost, I know some of you have seen it. We have a new class, Super Prep. Basically, if your car qualifies for Super Stock, it probably goes right into Super Prep. So if you're modified but you're a Super Stock car, now you're in Super Prep. It's kind of self-explanatory, but we're splitting out, things like Tesla performance and the GTRs and that kind of stuff from Miatas and Civics and such in prep class. There's only a certain level that bolt-ons allow you to get to, and we now have enough experienced drivers where a good driver in a fast car is faster than a good driver in a slow car by a significant margin. So new class, Super Prep. We've started bumping a lot of guys there, or we'll be making judgment calls because there's a little bit of a difference between the two because bolt-on modifications do some things better to some cars than others, but for the most part it's just a straight one-to-one transfer. So yeah, if you've been wondering and you saw that new class listed, that's why. We did talk about it in some newsletters that went out, but not everybody reads those. Second thing, we are back up to 3 series. The Classic series from last year got replaced with the Apex series for this year. I will go into more detail on it in another video here because it deserves its own video. But really fast, lower registration caps, prize pools for first through third for the year. The idea is to get all the events, or it's set up for the events to be streamed by 951 Live. I'm going to be working with them to try to get them out to the remaining events. There's only 4 events this year. We already had our first. Beyond that point, bigger trophies. It's a bit more professional. You're going to be running with your class. Like I said, I have a full thing for it, or I have a full video coming for that. You can also just go look at any of the events, and I kind of go through the additional changes on that. It is single fastest run like the Classic, so if you prefer the normal autocross format, that is going to be closer to that. If you're coming from SCCA, it's going to be a bit more familiar to you. Next event is in July for that one at Angel Stadium. Third, we have some new sponsors. I've talked about them a little bit, but I'm going to go through them right now. Wedge Sport, Wedge Wheels. We know them from, JDM Land. They are on board. They are from their U.S. Offices near San Pedro where we race. So they're going to be coming out supporting. We're finalizing the exact kind of thing that we're going to be getting from them, but they're going to be providing us with some end-of-year trophy benefits and some giveaway type of things. Another sponsor I talked to at the events a little bit with, but X-Comp Tires. Change hands here. Now I'm blocking the camera. X-Comp Tires is going to be coming on board as well. They are going to be kind of doing a giveaway. I shouldn't say giveaway. They are going to be doing a X-Comp tire challenge. So if you want some tires that last a little bit longer, and you still want to score points and, compete to win something, grab a set of X-Comp tires from the guys over at TPM. And make sure to sign up for the X-Comp Challenge on the next events that you sign up for. We have a little thing that you will fill out at the next event. You score points for the year. I will probably score, I haven't figured out the exact number of events that we will score, but basically it's like a PAX index competition, which, by the way, I should also mention that as a whole, if you go and look at the regular year points, complete side note, I do have PAX logged on there, so we're doing an experimental PAX for this year. But yeah, X-Comp Challenge, X-Comp Tires, if you don't know, they are a newer brand that for performance tires. They're real big in the truck market, but Yeah, they brought out a bunch of sizes. We're going to be running them on the new Project FRS. I'm going to be bringing up a couple new drivers in that car as well, along with, myself competing with it in the Apex Challenge that we spoke about earlier in stock class. Going back to sponsors, we also have, my mind just went blank, Wrinkle-Free IT on board this year. And if you are a small business, basically anything that's a little bit bigger than just one person running the entire operation in the background, like myself, they are basically an all-in-one kind of IT solution for your company. If you have any questions, talk to Matt Davis. He's a regular out at the Autocrosses. He helps out lots of new drivers, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to help you with your company as well. Battery tender. That was the last one. Battery tender is that thing that you will forget that you need unless it's not around. So I've picked up they call a charge and start. It's a jumper box and a regular charging thing from them. I've used it like 3 times now. It is awesome because it's a jumper box, but I can also just throw my extensive collection of cars that are just sitting around. If I have one sitting in the garage that doesn't like to start, like the Miata or the Cappuccino or the Midget, whichever one I have sitting at home that I'm going to need to move after a week, that's the one that the battery tender sits on, and I forget it exists because then the cars just start. Sounds stupid, but it's useful to have around. We have a code. You can get 15% off, so I think that is more than pretty much any other coupon around online gives you. They also have, jumper box air compressors. They have just regular, float trickle chargers, that kind of stuff, but useful. One of those things you don't think about until you don't have one. Grab a name brand one instead of, a random Chinese one that's going to die after 2 to 3 jump starts. Ask me how I know. I've had like 8 of those. That's not a good sign when you've had 8 of a jump box. You should only have to buy like 1, maybe 2 in your life, or at least every decade, not 8. I am sure I am missing somebody else, but I'm not good at putting together a outline before these videos, and I kept procrastinating on creating it, so we're moving on to the next thing. Our summer schedule, I have unveiled it. We have a lot of events. Like I said, the next one up, June, is already pretty much sold out. I think there might be a couple spots left. It did get moved to the back lot. I did send out an email to everybody that had signed up already. Once again, we are in the back or the north lot. It's off of Catella. If you look down from above, the Google Maps view generally has it completely filled in with cars. We've run there once before. It's a different shaped lot. It's like a big L. Fun, different challenge. July, we will be back in the Apex series. That will be at the State College lot. And then August, we're going to be spending out at San Pedro. September, we're going to be back at Angel Stadium for our regular autocrosses. But then mixed in there also in middle of June is the Toge Challenge, coming back slightly changed, slightly updated. It's taking some notes from the Apex series where we're going to build kind of a prize pool. And there's actually now 2 challenges in it. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do the trophies completely, but we are going to have basically the regular Toge Challenge, which we take a portion of the course, start is at one point, finishes at another, and we time you through it, and then top 4 in each class. There's only 3 classes for the Toge Challenge. Go on to the chase, and then after that, we tried it at the finale last event, and I really liked it. So we're going to keep a running total of basically, for our group at least, lap records for each class. And we're going to do a full lap. So you get, I think we did it as like 3 flying laps. for basically setting a full lap, like 3 hot laps. Setting a lap record. We'll keep track of the records for each class. And yeah, we can kind of do a trophy at the end of the year for people in that as well, for who's ever holding top time at it, for the track for each class. That should be fun. Like I said, I haven't fully hammered it all out. But the other thing is, yeah, we are, every entry in each class builds the prize pool for that class. So 2 things to look forward to in that. Those events are usually very laid back and tons of time. There's like 20 to 30 guys generally out there. We cap it very low. I know that mile of dirt road, it sounds very scary. It's straight line. It's a little bit bumpy, but it's not, you're not bouldering, you're not off-roading, you're not mudding. It's a straight flat dirt road. I've driven 911 Turbo out there. I've driven my Lord Miata out there. I've driven, well, obviously the van very quickly. The van, when I had it, could basically fly down that road. But I have seen slammed cars go out there. If you see all the drift cars that go and drift at Apple Valley, if you think your car is lower than some of those drift cars, I would be frankly absolutely amazed. That dirt road is nothing to be scared of. And then the only scary part is always going over that giant dirt hill, and they've now have a paved road over a majority of that. So the scariest part of driving at the Apple Valley, in my opinion, has already been paved. So I hope to see you guys all out there. It is a great time. I'm going to do something special for all my Apple Valley people because I absolutely love that course, or I love that like running out there. The trip out there is a little bit longer than I'm used to, but I still get to sleep in a lot the days I get to run out there because they don't open until 8 a.m. So there's 4 events out there right now. June is going to be the first one, and then everything else is back-ended towards the end of the year for that. So back to cooler months. I just couldn't find anything sooner that was cool on the weekends. So June is our first one. So sorry for the heat wave. We will survive. I think that's about it, and that is 12 minutes of rambling. See you guys in a week. Bye.